Hello and welcome to the channel. I want to say thank you guys again for the support. I appreciate it a lot. The channel's been doing really well, especially with a couple of the videos that I posted. Thank you again. So anyway, let's go ahead and cover this story. Now, the Ford Maverick, if you can recall, like way back when, Ford actually had a Maverick, but now they're bringing the name back, but not the what the car actually looked like or something similar, because Ford is actually trying to get rid of making cars, and they're just focusing on making their trucks. The only car that they make now is going to be the Ford Mustang, heading into the future. I think they're still making a couple of the Ford Focuses, but all their other one, they're just getting rid of them. So they're just going to have SUVs, trucks, and Ford Mustang, because that's their bread and butter. The Ford Mustang's still selling really well. It's still doing pretty damn good. So it makes no sense for them to discontinue it, from business perspective. If it's doing good, why get rid of it? It's making you money. Hey, do what you gotta do. So let's go ahead and cover this real quick. All right, so this is the original Ford Maverick, as you can see on these lovely Google images. And they're not bad looking cars, but this is the future of the name. You can say the same thing about car names that they just repurposes to do other things, like the Mustang Mach E. That's not even a Mustang, it's an electric car. It's a freaking SUV, but the Mustang name is so big and it's so synonymous with Ford that they decided to reuse that name for their electric version, even though it has nothing to do with the car. It doesn't even look like it. It's a freaking crossover, and it looks nice, to be honest. But they wanted to use something that people would know. Obviously, like I said, Mustang is synonymous with Ford, so it makes sense. The same thing that happened to Mitsubishi. Remember when we used to have the Mitsubishi Eclipse? They actually got rid of it. They got rid of the Eclipse, and then they took that name and made it into a crossover, which is, Mitsubishi Cross X or something like that, something weird name like that. But in this case, Ford is taking their Maverick name and turning it into a truck, and you can see, it's not a bad looking truck. It's not bad at all. It kind of reminds me of a Silverado, because if you go across the headlights right here, or I'm sorry, the front grille right here, it has that Silverado, name written on it. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching here. But Ford already has a ton of truck. They have the F-150, and then they also have the Ranger, and then this is also going to be added on top of it, because Ford's bread and butter is trucks. Like, they sell a shit ton of trucks. Nobody comes close to them when it comes to trucks. It's Ford, Chevys, Toyota. Toyota is pretty popular too, but when it comes to Ford, man, Ford is just on another level. They sell a ton of Ford F-150s, like a ton. So as you can see here, there's really not much to compare it to. The only other truck that you can compare it to is the Ford Ranger, and it's similar in style, but this looks like to be a little bit bigger. The Maverick looks like a little bit bigger, especially with a crew cab. But I think you can also have the Ranger in a crew cab as well. But yeah, it's not a bad looking truck. But for me, if I was ever to buy a truck, mine would be the Tacoma. I do like that Tacoma, or the Tundra. Tundra. Yeah, it's not a bad looking truck at all. But like I said, names don't mean shit anymore, because they just repurpose the names and make other things with it, because the name is already there. It already established itself. It's known, so it just makes it easier for them to repurpose it and put in something completely different. And sometimes the fans aren't happy about it, but who gives a shit, right? Nobody gives a shit about what we think. They just think they know what's best for us. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you like the Ford Maverick? Are you a Ford guy, Mustang guy? Are you a, or should I say it, are you a Chevy guy? Are you, what's the other one? GMC? Um, what? Those are the only ones that comes into my head. Surprisingly, I'm sure there's a ton of other trucks, but Tacoma, Tundra, and then there's the Honda one too, the Ridgeline. Um, but my favorite, if I was ever to get a Ford pickup truck, the Raptor. That's what I want. I want that Raptor. And then there was another one too, the Tacoma X Runner. It was more like a sporty 6-speed manual Tacoma truck. That one I like, and they discontinued it a really long time ago. But anyway, let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, subscribe if you're lurking. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.